Hi everyone, Tired fam. It's TyredTina here, the newbie with her wig reviews. Thanks for joining me again since my last video. So I had like um, a few people, not a lot, like maybe two people reach out and tell me that, hey, really liked what you're doing. You know, you putting yourself out there was pretty motivational for me. Keep doing your thing. So here I am, round two. Um, I have a better microphone this time, so hopefully everyone will be able to hear me. I will try to enunciate better and not say so much, but it's like a nervous thing, you know, and this is only video number two. So wanted to create this today. I'm going to keep it under 12 minutes. If I don't, I will dock myself 2 minutes for my next video for every minute I go over. How about that? So if I go to 13 minutes, then my next video will have to be like 10 minutes versus 12. So, okay. So I'm going to try to hold myself accountable. But thanks for joining me again. If you have done so, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your views on my first video ever. I have no clue what I'm doing, but I really appreciate everyone coming along for the ride. But I figured, we can not know what to do together. And eventually we'll get better together, right? So perfect. So I wore the wig today that I reviewed in my last video. And I wore it all day. I wore it to work. I was in multiple Zooms with other people, like the uppers in the company and everything. And I wore it and I rocked it and she was fun. So let's kind of talk about how my experience was and my comment and my thoughts and stuff after the fact. So I'm going to pop her on here. First time I took her off today was to take a shower. So popping her back on. Okay, so let me just put her on and get her into position. Always like this is like the awkward, stage of putting her on. Like, ooh, does this look good or not? And sometimes you gotta finagle it. I don't have a wig cap on. So normally I would wear my wig grip. I'm gonna use the clips here. I don't like doing it because again, like I stated in my last video, I have a really fragile hair. You couldn't really tell because the way I had my hair combed like down and over. I kind of like hide my lack of hairline or whatever. Hello, weekend. I wish it was. Almost. Or is it already? You'll never know. But yeah. Anywho, I don't normally pin her. I do have some glue, and I want to demo how I melt my lace at the end there. I'll try to save it. I'm at 3 minutes now, so I got to kind of watch it, Tina. But yeah, I wore her all day today. Back to the feedback. And she was good. She didn't hurt my head. She's very light. She's not heavy, considering how thick she is, because she's a lot of hair. Again, I really appreciate that. I love it because it reminds me a lot of the way my bio hair used to be, density-wise. I mean, my bio hair hasn't been this long since I was like 21. Again, I'm ancient now, so it's been a long time. As you can see, again, I'm only 5'3", and she hits me like to my navel. She's definitely going to be ending up getting a trim. But you can see, like, I wore her all day. She didn't tangle. She actually didn't shed at all. Just a little at the ends, the tangling. But that's normal with synthetics and curls. Even with my own naturally curly hair, when she would curl, it would tangle at the ends. It just happens. I don't care how much conditioner I have in it. I don't care like what I was doing for the day. It just happens. But I've been like critically looking at my wig all day and like, what's gonna happen? She has not shed. This thing, Latisha, is so awesome. I actually just named her. I think like it's cool that they have like their brand or whatever, but she's mine now, so I renamed her. She's the lioness to me because I feel like rawr in her. Like really, she's great. She's really thick, so I was like playing around with the base and trying to like fill the wefts in there, and there's like barely any space between the wefts because they're like laid on each other so tight and together stacked, which is why we have such amazing, full, lush, thick density here. And there's a little bit of, if you're filling around a little bit, there's a little bit of permatease, which just helps give that stack that volume. And you can get rid of permatease. You just take the hot comb and you just go at the end and kind of in. Once my hot comb gets here, you best believe sis is going to hook that up. I did take my flat iron to it a little bit today, just to the top areas. Kind of give it of what I did, just to kind of give you opinion. Now, I'm not very good at like curling hair. Contrary to popular belief, girls with curly hair usually don't know how to actually curl their hair because nature does that for me. I've never had to. Why is she not turned? I'm like, oh, I'm going to show you how my flat iron works, and this doesn't. Un momento. So, anywho, blooper reels. I thought I had plugged her in and had her all charged and ready because I'm like, oh, past Tina is going to set up present Tina for success. You know, best laid plans and all that. And then you add in someone ADHD and they forget all the things. Sometimes, though, past Tina does set up future Tina for success. Can I count on my hand how many times that's worked for me today personally? No, but yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I did flatten her out a little bit so you can kind of see. She looks a little bit smoother. So you can see that flattening her out a little did kind of change the texture of the hair, but I'm not mad at like the texture it changed it to, because before it was kind of like a little bit of a straightened, almost yacky, so you can kind of still see like the best way to explain that. It kind of still looked kind of crimped, like a little bit, like straight but crimped, like the very finest level. Like if you look from afar, like it kind of looks a little crimpy. But I don't mind that because I think it looks cool, and it gives it that like realistic look. I will say that she's not shiny or fake looking, so I didn't have to do any powder on her, and I'm probably not going to. I will probably wash her though, because she does have kind of this like oaky, almost like tobacco leaf kind of smell to her, and it ain't it. I don't really like it. Honestly, the scent is kind of giving me a headache. Anyways, I can't stop touching her because she's beautiful. I did wear. Let me show you how I wore her today because it was really cute. So, like, I wore her in space buns because today my work celebrated May 4th, right? The whole Star Wars thing. May the 4th be with you. Rest in peace, Miss Carrie Fisher. Actually, I really adored Carrie Fisher. True story. My best friend will probably kill me for this one. My best friend had just had her ACL surgery, right? Don't be my friend. I'm annoying. Moral of the story. She had her ACL, replaced. And guess who was caretaking for her? And so she was in my possession. Quite literally. She was on house arrest. She couldn't move. Not without assistance. She was stuck with me. So she was in my possession, as it were. So while she was helpless and unable to move away or go or anything, I forced her to watch Star Wars. She had never seen Star Wars at all, ever. And she still hasn't to this day, not really, because she refused to watch it with me, and then she just slept the whole time. But I was really annoying about it. That's what best friends do, right? We annoy each other and take care of each other. But yeah, she still hasn't watched Star Wars, and she still hates me for it, probably for me watching it. You call these like the little tentacles in the front. So I did like two little buns today. I did have them pinned. I'm not pinning it this time. It's really like there's enough hair that you can kind of like get her to do what you want, which is really, really fun about this unit, because there's so much hair to use to style and so many possibilities for styling. And no matter where you move the hair, you're not going to see any wefts, because remember how in the beginning I was like, hey, I put my finger in here and you can't even feel it. I can't feel any wefts because there's good spacing. But I wore like that, two little cute little space buns. Star Wars, May the 4th be with you. It's really fun. I know. I'm like 38. Should I wear space buns? Why the hell not? I can kind of pretty much do whatever the heck I want to. I feel like the older I get, and this is freedom, right, in itself, the less I give a fuck, excuse my French, about what other people think about me or view me. I could care less about their opinions. The only things I care about is my children, the people I love, and how they view me. That I'm a good person. And I'm raising good humans. At least I'm trying. All right. Anywho, I'm starting to approach 10 minutes now. The applesauce. So yeah, to flatten her out a little bit. She's very lightweight. Hasn't hurt my head. Barely can tell she's on, honestly, except for, aside from like the hair being everywhere. But I don't mind it. I really enjoy having the long hair because it's really fun. I do want to show you one quick thing. I did have her glued down today. Because again, I didn't wear a wig grip because it just, if you watch the first video, you'll see why. She looked really awful. I did pick up this stuff here. The EBIN, I don't know if you can see it. I'll link it in the description. A lot of people use Got to Be, which is cool. This is basically the same concept, just different brand. I like it because it's really easy. You just hold it, give it a good shake. Hold about 2 to 4 inches away from the area you want to spray it. Now, generally, I would take it from ear to ear and go all the way down. But I'm going to be going to bed soon-ish because it is later in the evening, day, whatever. So you're going to want to let it dry for a few moments. You get it tacky. And then once it's tacky, look at my mirror here. Oops, bio hair, stay away. Let's grab her, pull her, and fix her into position. You get the picture. Get her down. Oops. And if you get her just right, you don't have any of your bio hair kind of trying to back up on you. When she dries, she'll be pretty damn good. She'll stay flat. So it does recommend that you do this a couple rotations, 2 to 3 times. Lay it down, let it get tacky, spray again, let it get tacky, spray again for the best hold. I would suggest that maybe if it's gonna be a hot day, or you're going somewhere super windy like Chicago. I don't know. I've never been to Chicago. I'm just assuming. And it was funny to me, anyways, that you would do that. I really wouldn't recommend wearing her in hotter temperatures. While she is not heavy, she is a lot of hair, so you're going to sweat. It's going to happen. But yeah, again, still really love her. She's got a lot of potential. Can't wait to play with her more and make her more of my own than I am this. Probably totally going to rock the shit out of her tomorrow at work as well because she's fun. What I'm going to do with her tomorrow, still deciding. But the space buns are fun for today. Probably maybe braid her or something. I don't know. She's wild. Probably going to straighten her at some point because, yeah, she's straightened really easy. So long. Anyways, and so long. Have a great night. Thanks, everyone.